Bo Fisher here, Fisher & Weens Wealth Management. We're into 2017 and it's time for an update on where we are in the markets. Now we have quite a bit we can talk about, and both on the positive side and on the negative side. And so I'm actually going to talk about both. It's really mixed signals we're getting from a bunch of different indicators, so I'm going to touch on a few of them. The first one I'm going to touch on is unemployment. Our government says that if we have 5% unemployment or less, that it really is full employment, because they have decided that there will always be people looking for jobs in between jobs, and so there will always be some that are unemployed. So right now, we actually are well under 5%. And so that would say that it's a lot of positive things happening in the markets. Now on the other side, on the other hand, there's something called a participation rate. You see, when somebody's looking for work and they can't find work for a long time, let's say, and they throw up their hands and they say, I'm done, I'm not going to look for work anymore. The government says, well, if you're not going to look for work, we're not going to call you unemployed. And so they drop off the unemployment number. Well, if you include those people, the participation rate, the unemployment number doesn't actually look very good. And actually, 50% of our country right now they're living paycheck to paycheck. So that would be actually kind of a negative about what's happening in the economy. So both positive and negative coming out of our unemployment number. Another mixed signal is coming right out of the White House. Our new president, Donald Trump, has very positive things that he's saying. Tax reform, which could be very positive. Infrastructure spending, which could create a lot of jobs. Trade imbalance, and reducing our national debt. Those are all really positive things that we believe could help us in our economy. But of course, it doesn't take very long to go out and find a negative article about something that's coming out of the White House, both socially and economically. So very mixed signals coming out of the White House in general. Another mixed signal is coming from the stock market. What I'm showing you here is the S&P 500 and how it's done over the last roughly 45 years. As you can see, it's done very well. Now what we're showing you is how often a recession has hit the stock market. And as you can see, there is a business cycle. The business cycle does well for a time period, and then it hits a snag. And then it does well, and then it hits a snag. And so we have those periodic downturns. Well, if you look to the far right of this chart, the Great Recession was 2007, 8, and 9. But we haven't had a big downturn since. And so we're coming up on about 10 years without hitting one of these downturns. So are we due for a downturn? Potentially. So on the positive side, market's done very well and we're making money. On the potential negative side, well, we're probably due for a downturn. And so how do we invest in this type of confused mixed signal research that we're getting? Well, we believe we need to be tempered. We need to be engaged, and we need to be smart about it. We need to be engaged because the market continues to do well. We need to be tempered and smart because there is some negative and potential downturn coming our way. And so what we have decided to do is we're connected in investing in companies that pay dividends, that are profitable, and trying to stay away from companies that are high-flying and don't have long sustained profitability. And so we believe a tempered approach over the long haul will be a much better approach in these mixed signals type of economy we have right now. So until we get to have a face-to-face or until we have a phone call, we're here to chat. Just give our offices a call if you have questions about what's going on in the markets, what's happening in your account, or you just want to talk about the finances, your finances. Until we get to chat, enjoy your family.